Today on Suncoast View, are you comfortable driving the diverging diamond? We hope so, because you might be getting more on the Suncoast. We'll discuss.
You know Suncoast favorite daredevil Bello Knock. Well, his daredevil daughter, Annalise, is here, and she is on the national stage now, and she's guest hosting for us today.
And Venice Theater brings international flair to their stage. We have a preview, and watch out, we're learning a Chinese opera battle. All that and more right now on Suncoast View. Welcome to the show. Stephanie Roberts is off today, but we have a big welcome to our two guest hosts. First, welcome back to Sheba Mateo.
Hello, hello.
It's so
nice
good to have you.
Always nice to see you. And a welcome to Annalise Knock.
Oh,
yes.
For having me.
Annalise, everyone is talking about you. She made a big appearance last night on America's Got Talent, which we're going to talk about a little later on. But in case people are turning on the television and don't know who you are, I don't know who they might be,
Yeah.
but you are the Dare daughter. Of course, we've had many times your father, Bello Knock, our Suncoast resident and amazing circus daredevil. But you are carrying on the family tradition, and I love that you have the phrase now, you are the Dare daughter. It's a great name and well-earned.
Yeah, but do you get tired of being in your dad's shadow? When I introduced you, I felt a little bad of saying, this is Bello's daughter.
How can she be?
Annalise,
yeah, that's right.
And Bello is her father.
I was going to say, how can she be in anyone's shadow with this beautiful, bold red?
Yes.
Right?
Does that bother you?
It doesn't. I love and respect my father, and I'm so just proud to be related to him and to follow in his footsteps. But part of going on America's Got Talent was to kind of step out on my own and make a name for myself.
Yes, and we're going to talk to you specifically about America's Got Talent, because if you did not see it, you certainly missed. But we're going to find out the inside story. But you have been making a name for yourself. You are a Guinness World Record holder.
Yes.
Which am I correct, the most somersaults in the Wheel of Death?
The most consecutive somersaults in the Wheel of Death, and I did that here in Sarasota.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right at Circus Sarasota. It was amazing. We were so scared for you.
Yeah, but all went well, and now I hold the record.
Were you scared while you were doing that?
I was scared, but I was also just really motivated because it's a stunt that's usually only performed by men, and I was like, I want to do what they're doing, and I want to do it better, so I want to beat their record, and I did it, so it was just a super exciting experience.
I love that. Yeah. I love that you're saying, and even in your, I said we'll talk about America's Got Talent later, but I loved that even when you talked to the judges, you said that you wanted to make, it's so dominated by men,
yes,
and you wanted to make sure that all of these stunts were open to everybody, which I thought was really cool that you said everybody and not just, you want to turn it completely to women. It's like,
right.
No,
correct.
Yeah.
Very anybody can do.
Well,
Exactly.
But you've got a lot of pressure. 8 generations behind you. But I know one thing, every time you've got to come up with something better and better and better.
Yeah, to be the 8th generation in an industry that's always trying to go bigger and better and more explosive, you know, that's a lot of pressure, but at the same time, I'm really, really proud to carry on the tradition.
How great. And here's, we did pull some, we'd like to Facebook stalk our guest host. We pulled some great photos of you growing up. Really, you know, we couldn't be prouder of you, and I know that your family is very proud.
I remember you twirling a baton in a snow globe.
Yes.
Yeah, we go way back.
All right, well, we're going to find out more about, you know, the family history and, again, America's Got Talent. Big deal last night. We're not going to reveal yet how it turned out.
But it was so good, I couldn't sleep all night. I was awake all night.
Well, we'll have to keep your energy up today, and luckily, we're going to do that with some good food. Welcome back to our favorite chef, Judy.
Thank you, Joey.
You have a beautiful spread here in the kitchen. What are we having today?
We are celebrating the restaurants that have extended Savor Sarasota. So you can still savor some till the end of the month, some till the end of July, and several till the end of the summer.
Oh, that's great news. I have a quick question for you. I know you're going to introduce us to each of the dishes that you brought later on, but as a whole, what was your impression of this year's offerings for Savor Sarasota?
Joey, I'm so glad you asked that. What I'm starting to see is a better trend where chefs are really focusing on making Savor Sarasota unique and the best they can. The first few years, some restaurants were cheating, just cutting portions in half. Look at this. These are beautiful created dishes, some full menu sizes and some created just for Savor Sarasota. So pretty impressive this year.
exciting.
Here,
nice.
just for that, I think.
Absolutely, with almost 100
restaurants.
restaurants participating. I mean, it is really, I really feel the restaurants have upped their game this year.
That is
We
great.
like that.
And
That's
of
exciting.
course, Savor Sarasota is the prefix menus that are offered by, like Judy said, so many great restaurants. You prefix lunch and some of them lunch and dinner. So we'll find out more about
right.
some of the ones that are extending. I can't wait. There's a great reason to get to the end of the hour today. All that great food. Well, Sheba, I hope we did not gloss right over you
Not
with,
at
with the
all.
Guinness World Record holder, but
exactly. I can't compare to that. But
well,
I
you've
did go on
certainly
vacation.
traveled the world. I love when you come back from vacation, number one, because we miss you, but number two, you always have great insight into these wonderful destinations. Tell us where you got back from.
Okay, so we went to San Miguel de Allende, and it's in the middle of Mexico.
Okay.
And in all honesty, it's not a destination that you would think of unless you have friends there. So I have a friend of mine that I've known for 11 years plus, and she's just one of those fabulous people, beauty queen, that kind of wonderful woman.
Oh, wow, look at you.
And we had a blast. So we did a couple of things with Amina. We of course got a cooking lesson. Yeah, he was phenomenal. The chef was great. So Sasson is the cooking school that's there. It's housed in one of the beautiful historic homes that houses Christie's as well. I mean, it's just one of these places that I recommend everyone has to visit.
And
That's the
let's stop
home
here
that
for
we
a second. This is
rented.
where
Yes,
you
we
stayed.
we used
House
Home
is there.
Away. Yeah, we used Home Away, and it was phenomenal because the owners travel all over, and it's just incredible. Okay, now that's Terrazzo. That's the restaurant on top of 1810, which is a beautiful, very
I see.
modern
On the left
hotel.
there,
Yeah,
yes.
well, no, that's the picture from. I'm sitting at my table, so I'm just looking
What a
down into the
view.
little area. Yeah, I can't even tell you. It's just one of
Gorgeous.
these places that everyone has to go. It's the heart of Mexico in general. It's in the mountains, cobblestone streets. It's a walking city, and it's very safe, extremely clean, very quiet, and yeah,
wonderful.
lots of culture.
Tell us the name again.
San Miguel de Allende, and it's been there since the 1500s.
That's
so
great.
a lot of the buildings have been there.
I
since
know
then.
a
Yeah.
lot of us, myself included, will be very guilty of only experiencing Mexico by
Yeah.
the ports.
Right.
Ships, and it sounds like
Nope.
you had a completely
Get into the
different
culture.
experience.
Oh, amazing.
Well, you
Just
brought us
amazing.
back a souvenir,
I
which we're always
did.
very
That's
happy.
nice.
So
What did
during-
you bring us?
During our cooking lesson, we had like a chocolate drink that they kind of melt. It's almost like the Mexican hot cocoa, and I talk about it all the time because I just love it. But you melt this and add a little bit of cayenne pepper and just sip away, and it is decadent and delicious and phenomenal. So I brought this for you.
Oh,
you're so
well, thank you. All
nice.
right, wait, but not until we've had
Sip
dinner.
away.
So we have to hold off.
No,
until we-
midday.
midday.
Yeah.
All right, I
Midday.
like the way you think. I want to travel with you.
Thank you.
Well, we're so glad you're back, and we're
Glad to
excited
be
to
here.
dive into some hot topics. So it is time for our first one. Hopefully you're comfortable by now navigating the diverging diamond interchange on University Parkway, because many more are on their way. FDOT, the Department of Transportation in Florida, says they are planning diverging diamonds at all 3 Sarasota exits off of I-75, with Fruitville Road being the first priority. They say that more than 100,000 vehicles use I-75 in North Sarasota County every day, and that number is increasing, and not a surprise to any of us that have been driving on it. They also say they don't want to wait for an interchange to fail before they rebuild it, and that the old method of widening roads is no longer effective.
That's true. It doesn't work. You run out of land pretty soon.
Yes.
But
Have you
have
driven?
to pay attention. Oh, yes, practically every day.
What were you going to say? You have to pay attention.
You
in
have to
those
pay
divert-
attention when you're going that diverging diamond, or you may
Seriously.
find yourself going to Tampa. The way I'm going.
I actually disagree, and I was concerned when I first drove it, thinking, oh, I should have gone to one of those seminars they offered beforehand, but I found it very simple, and I almost was surprised I was going under 75
Okay.
when I tried to go east on University. So I think that they're very simple, and it seems to me like the traffic is moving a lot more smoothly.
Oh, I think it is. I think
Okay.
it's working. So we just have to learn new things.
Yes, I mean, I
Yeah.
think we're going to have to take our licks up front, especially with, all the construction that'll happen at
Yes.
Fruitville. I think it's easy to forget how much construction there was at University in 75.
Yeah, I find it to be a driving challenge personally. Maybe just because I'm used to like driving straight, and living in the city for so long as well. It's straight. So all of a sudden, I'm trying to figure something out. So yes, for me, there's a bit of a learning curve.
Yeah,
Don't be surprised.
If you overthink it, you're in trouble.
Yeah,
You start
maybe that's
thinking, why are those people going the wrong way on that side of the road, and I'm going the wrong way on this
no.
side of the road?
Right.
If you're in a different country, you're
Right,
like,
right.
"Why am I
Exactly.
on this side of the road?"
I don't know if I'm driving with you all from now on.
Yeah.
All right, well, there is going to be a public meeting at Selby Library Thursday night to discuss the
Okay.
future of the Diverging Diamonds.
I won't
so
be there,
it's
but-
exciting. All right, let's talk tipping, gratuity. Is it becoming a lost art? A new study finds that millennials tip worse than any other age group, often leaving less than the oldest generation. In fact, 10% of millennials admit to leaving no tip at all on a regular basis. The reason? This generation prefers a service charge included in the meal rather than figuring out a tip. So, Annalise, we don't want to pick on you, but we rarely get a millennial at our table.
So what do you do?
As a millennial, that is so shocking to me. Like, I have always been so big on tipping just because, when you have a face to the service, I feel just more generous. And so that's so crazy to me. But at the same time, I can see how, as a millennial, we're so used to everything automatic and, computerized. And so, you kind of lose that sense of, generosity, I guess.
Well, it's because of millennials that I tip big
Yeah.
because I've had kids that were working in the service industry and they were counting their tips every night. So I still think of them when I see the servers and I give extra. And I defend women. People say women aren't good tippers. So I always over tip a little bit just to show we are.
I'm with you there.
I have a standard. It's always been 20%. I'm definitely a tipper. I definitely have a standard.
Yeah.
And I will, if anyone, even if you're parking your car, if I can give, I give. I am definitely a giver in that regard, and generosity is important. And I find that the little bit that we do for that human experience goes such a long way for people. So.
A terrible thing happened to me the other day. I was at dinner with my daughter and I left my regular 20% tip, and I noticed as we got up to walk away, she added some. And I used
Your
to
daughter did?
My daughter added to the tip.
Okay.
Yes, and she didn't say anything to me, and she was thinking she's not tipping enough.
Wow.
Oh, I was
That's
so
so
embarrassed. I
funny.
didn't say anything to her.
Well, there is that idea that 20% is now the new 15. That
Really? Yeah.
yes, people are inching up to 25%, and so maybe Kathy was
Kathy
thinking
is saying,
5
push
more
it up,
dollars.
Come on,
push it
Mom.
up a little bit more out
a
there.
lot of, and there's been some pushback from that because some people are saying like, no, 20 is what's acceptable for
Yeah.
good service, and
I
if it's
think it is. I think
exceptional-
I
it
think
is.
as long as there's a standard, like if you tell me it's
Yes.
25%, see,
Yes.
I tipped 20 because when it used to be 15.
It used to be 10 and then
right,
15,
right.
yeah.
So then if I
Yeah.
know that the 20 is the 15, then of course I would tip 25. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think understanding.
You want to give what people are expecting
Correct,
for
'cause
good
they're working.
service.
That's right.
But I would rather have it included as a service charge.
I agree.
I so much would rather
I think
have
just
that.
for the sake of everyone, so that way
Yes.
they all know
Yes.
what they're getting. All right, well, you all traveled, right? So we know that you can tell a lot about a destination and a place by its bathrooms. And an Instagram account is posting some pretty public potties. It's called Toilets A Go-Go. And stay with me on this here. It documents over 200 freestanding restrooms across Japan, and they are beautiful. Take a look at these.
Oh, that's lovely.
It's like a study in
nice.
architecture, and some of these are in Vancouver. I
My
know
experience
Stephanie
in
saw some of
Japan
these.
is that you don't have anything to sit on. That and China, it's sort of well, look, that one has toilets.
Well, it's interesting, I think, that they've taken it from
With
a very
personality.
functional
Correct.
room,
Correct.
outdoor room, and have actually added some
Yeah,
beauties.
into
something, taking
Yes.
something unattractive.
Oh,
like a
look at
porta potty.
that.
There you go. Well, all right, so see, they say you can tell a lot about a place by its restroom.
Yes,
I
they
hope-
do.
That's right.
All right, enough of the restrooms, I guess. We are going to check in with our happy hour forecast, and when we come back, we're going to meet Miss Teen Florida.
Well, it's not summer yet. That's still going to happen tomorrow, but today we are still getting those hot temperatures and the rains are now beginning to form. Most of those showers are inland. You can see them already starting to pop up on our map, and we are getting some thunderstorms as well, as these showers are right around I-75, and we're seeing them from Manatee County all the way down through Sarasota County and into Charlotte County as well. And again, all of this movement is more towards the east as these showers are starting to pop up right around the I-75 corridor. And what we're looking at are some heavy bands of rain as well. The thunderstorms are being represented here with some of those thunder and lightning strikes that you see there on your screen. And again, it's a very isolated situation with very scattered rains and thunderstorms out there. Most of this movement is towards the east at around 10 miles per hour. And temperatures are in the 80s and 90s right now.
The teenage years are not easy for anyone, but statistics show 1 in 10 teens is also the victim of teen dating violence. A Nokomis teen is doing her part to raise awareness about the issue right here on the Suncoast. Noelia Voigt is Miss Teen Florida US, and her platform is called One Love. Congratulations on your new title. Welcome back.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. It's good to be back.
Yes. So, all right, let's start with your platform. What is the One Love Foundation? What's it all about?
So the One Love Foundation was founded after a girl in college named Yardley Love was murdered by her ex-boyfriend. She was in an abusive relationship. Unfortunately, her friends and family didn't know that she was in an abusive relationship. So the One Love Foundation was founded after her in hopes that people can educate our youth on the warning signs and the dangers of teen dating violence and kind of how to prevent that. So I have spoken to over 1,000 kids in both Florida and Nevada on this issue. I became trained a year and a half ago through this organization to be a workshop facilitator. So I'm hoping that with this new title of Miss Teen Florida, I can help make that number grow.
That's great. I mean, we often hear a lot that you know it's discussed for adult women, but we rarely hear it being addressed for teens.
Right.
What made you choose this as your platform?
Well, actually, two of my best friends, a guy friend and a girlfriend, were both going through an abusive relationship at the same time. So that just goes to show that it's not even only about only women being abused. Guys can be abused as well. And there are many different types of abuse. It's not just physical. A lot of people think it's that, but there's also mental, verbal, emotional. So two of my friends are going through it at the same time, and my sister's boyfriend was in a fraternity, and he said that someone came and hosted a workshop at his fraternity, and he knew that my friends were going through this, so he was like, oh, maybe you should look into it. And because it was a personal connection to me, I felt compelled to, you know, help the cause, and I've become really passionate about it.
What have you seen as you've traveled and you've spoken to people about the issue and about the foundation?
Yeah, well, I always give out my Instagram handle to the students in case, you know, they're embarrassed to ask me a question in front of their classmates. They can always reach out to me and I can still help them. And every single time I've left a classroom, I've always had at least one student message me and tell me that either they're going through it, even one of their parents were going through it, a friend. So I'm very happy to help them outside of the classroom get the resources and the help that they need.
What can you tell them when they call you or they text you?
Well, depending on the severity of the situation, that's going to depend on what advice I can give them. I can either tell them to go to a guidance counselor at school or a trusted adult if they are going through it, or there are national or local resources, hotlines, text lines, things like that.
Oh, that's wonderful, so you can kind of facilitate
Right,
getting them
exactly.
to where they might need to.
Right.
And I hope that your new title helps bring awareness to this. Let's talk about when you won Miss Teen Florida.
my
What was your
goodness.
reaction?
You know, it was crazy because I was here 2 years ago just as Miss Sarasota Teen, and to be here now 2 years later as Miss Teen Florida, finally achieving my dream of getting to represent my state at a national competition. Oh my God, it was a dream come true. I was in shock. It was an amazing experience, an amazing weekend, and my national competition is in less than 2 weeks now.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm very excited, looking forward to it. Thank you so much.
So tell us about that. What's next? You know, the road doesn't stop.
Right,
One
no,
title.
it definitely doesn't. So I won this title in April, so I will have this no matter if I win or lose nationals until next April. So I'll still be able to do my One Love workshops with the title. Definitely exercising a lot, eating healthy, but that's great. I love eating healthy and exercising anyway, excuse me. And yeah, that's...
And those are things, you know, I don't know if everyone realizes, I certainly don't until I speak with you, that once you win the title, you have all your speaking engagements
Right,
and traveling and
right.
doing more with your
Yeah,
platform.
there's a lot of stuff that I have to do within the community, and I love to do it. I go support local charity events and do a lot of One Love workshops, of course. So that never stops, and that's something that people don't understand about pageants is I get asked a lot, oh, it's all about pageants just looking pretty on stage, and it's really not at all, because every girl that has a title really is supposed to use her title for something good and advocate for something, and so that's been my passion, One Love, for the past year and a half.
Well, it sort of says you've got to use your beauty for something.
Exactly. I love it.
Because when you walk into a classroom, people are going to pay attention.
Exactly.
Yes, and we should, all right, let's be honest too, when you walk in with the crown,
Yeah.
people pay attention as well. It's gorgeous.
Thank
and
you.
Do you get to keep this until, you know?
I do, yeah. Actually, I keep the crown and the sash forever.
Oh.
Thankfully,
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
So that'll be
Buy
nice.
myself one. Just wear it all day.
It would look amazing.
We are so glad to hear about the important work that you're doing. We wish you the
Thank
best
you.
of luck in July.
Thank
and for
you.
more information about Noelia's platform, you want to visit the One Love Foundation, you can go to joinonelove.org. All right, coming up next, Annalise is going to tell us all about being on America's Got Talent. We're going to get the inside story from last night.
I'm Deshauna Barber. In 2016, I was proud to win the title of Miss USA. What makes me just as proud is my service in the U.S. military. In the service, a soldier gains skills and learns values like discipline and leadership. That makes them an asset to any business that hires them. If you're an employer, on behalf of Coalition to Salute America's Heroes, remember to hire smart and bet on a vet. Visit saluteheroes.org or call this number to learn more.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to Mesobook.com.
There's nothing like this trail in Alabama. It just goes from the northern part of the state to the southern part of the state. We see all kind of different terrains, great value, great fun. We've been coming for 18 years. We started off with a group of 8, grew to 12, and grew to 16. And we love it because where else can you get world-class golf courses with world-class accommodations? To be able to play these type of courses in this environment, and the difficulty keeps us coming back over and over and over again.
Here's something we bet you didn't know. Nearly half of all cancers can be prevented. That's right, half. Nearly 50%, mostly by making small everyday changes in your diet and controlling your weight, walking more, eating less, and eating foods that help you and your family to seriously reduce the risk of cancer. And of course, by not smoking. Visit the Cancer Prevention Together We Can website and get a free 30-day planner filled with tips, recipes, stats, and more about protecting your family. Go to prevent50.org.
Sarasota's own Annalise Knock blew them away on America's Got Talent Tuesday night, wowing the audience and the judges with her daredevil stunt. Of course, we were not surprised. Annalise set a world record, the Guinness World Record, at Circus Sarasota a couple of years ago, and she's a chip off the old block. Her dad, world record holder, daredevil clown Bello Knock, had a great run on America's Got Talent last season. A program, of course, that's viewed by just 500 million people around the world. We are so thrilled to have Annalise with us right now, all in one piece, Annalise. You survived.
I did.
What was it like?
It was crazy. Like, as crazy as it looked, that's as crazy as it felt. Like, it really, there was no trick to it, no, gimmick to it. It was literally me putting myself in a box with dynamite. That's it.
So that was your stunt, which it was an amazing stunt. So if they missed it, you were in, what do you call, do you have a name for it?
It's called the exploding coffin.
Okay.
And it did explode in front of the whole world. Now, when I saw your dad looking so scared, I really got nervous. Were you scared?
I gotta admit, I was scared, but at the same time, I've been training for this my whole life. You know, we're trained to just set aside the fear and just focus on what we know and the plan. And if you stick to it, it'll all go well.
But what could possibly go
The stakes
wrong?
are pretty high,
Yeah.
you know? Heidi Klum even said, I don't know why she's doing this. So they were nervous.
I feel like in every stunt you always have that moment of being like, why did I sign up for this? Why did I decide this was a good idea? But usually at that point you just got to follow through with it. So
What were you thinking in that box?
honestly, it's the craziest thing because you're just in a black coffin, you know, no one else, just you and your own thoughts thinking, what did I get myself into? Am I going to survive this? Like, you know, just the thoughts are wild.
You looked beautiful.
Thank you.
Did you still have to worry about the hair? And how do you lie in a box, a coffin, and worry about your hair and your makeup?
Yeah,
Were you
it's
thinking
funny.
about those
After
things?
getting out of a coffin that just exploded from dynamite, my first thought was, how's my hair? How's my makeup?
Now, I have a question. Now, we know, of course, that you and your father, your whole family, are very, very close. And your father is a trained stuntman in his own right. I saw him talking to you before the stunt. Do you get that little glimpse of like, Dad, leave me alone? You know, like he's still your dad at the end of the day.
In any industry, you know, there's still that same father-daughter relationship. And so, you know, he's taking this so serious because it's so different when you're doing a stunt versus when your child's doing a stunt. So, you know, he's giving me the you know, the classic dad talk, like, you don't have to do this, don't worry. And I'm just like, Dad, come on, you know I'm going to. Like.
You know what bothers me? It's real. And you know it is. I mean, you've fallen before, so you know anything could happen.
Yeah, it's crazy because people sometimes forget that we're real life human, you know?
Yeah.
And I always grew up like thinking my dad was a superhero, but then as I grew up and realized like trying to follow in his footsteps, like, wow, like there are real stakes to this, you know? And it's just, you got to keep that in mind.
Well, you fell in Mississippi once, right?
I did, yeah. A couple of years ago, I slipped on the high wire, and it was something that I had done 1,000 times, but just one thing went wrong. I had something on my shoe that made me slip, and I fell on a beam, and I broke my ribs. And you know, it was just a small price to pay.
Get back up.
It shows you got back up, and now you are a superstar. 500 million people. Wow. Well, we're going to follow her because she's going on to the next round, and we'll be following Annalise on America's Got Talent. It's on Tuesdays on NBC at 8 p.m. We always cheer on our own talent here, and follow her on her Facebook page. We'll know what's happening, what she's going to be wearing, and how one prepares to be blown up in a box. And coming up next, the Venice Theater is here with an international flair.
If you think it's hot outside, just wait until you see even hotter savings inside. Only at Rugs As Art Hot Summer Savings Sale event will you find the lowest prices on a vast selection of stunning rugs, furniture accents, and accessories. This special event only happens once a year, so hurry in before the best selections are gone. The Hot Summer Savings event ends soon, so don't miss out on the best prices ever. Rugs As Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
Did you know that a dirty CPAP system can make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, it would keep you up at night. Now SoClean.com has released the world's first and only automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. With its patented design, SoClean is fast, effective, and hands-free, killing 99.9% of all CPAP germs. Try SoClean now through this special TV offer free for 30 days. Just call 800-604-0398.
My health has improved. It's simple to use, and I'm not worried about infections.
SoClean works on all CPAP machines and popular masks, destroying CPAP bacteria, viruses, and germs without the daily hassle of washing your system by hand. Just place your mask in, close the lid, and in just minutes, voila! Sanitized and ready to use. Try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. This is a limited time offer. Call now, 800-604-0398. Or visit SoClean.com today.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call. TrueStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
And even if you're on a fixed income, prices fit your budget, starting at less than 32 cents a day. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease. And with no medical tests or health questions, you cannot be turned down for any reason. Call 1-800-842-7189 now for a free, no-obligation quote. TrueStage offers plans to fit your budget. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage. Call 1-800-842-7189 now.
Everything all right?
Actually, you know how Tom had knee surgery?
Sure.
We found out Brad's been taking his painkillers. And it turns out he's been doing it for a while.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
Theater troupes from 14 countries are in Venice this week as the American Association of Community Theaters holds its 2018 World Fest at the Venice Theater. Venice is the only theater in the country that has hosted this international festival 3 times. The public is invited to attend performances, take part in workshops, and meet the artists at post-show parties and receptions. From one side of the globe to the other, the theatrical groups have come from Argentina, Australia, Italy, Israel, Zimbabwe, Poland, Chile, and China. And we welcome Dr. Tuasu Pong, the director, teacher, and practitioner of Chinese opera.
Yes.
Thank you, Dr. Pong.
Thank you.
How's my Chinese?
Very good.
Now, I may not be that good at opera. Tell us what Chinese opera is.
Well, the Chinese opera is a term used by Westerner, but in Asia, for the practitioner, we call it xi qu. Xi qu means xi means drama, qu means singing songs. Though it's from the name you can understand that it must have songs and drama in it. Yeah.
Sounds good. Sounds like our kind of thing. You came a long way from this festival. What inspired you to make the trip?
Well, this is the 3rd time I come to Venice for this festival. I think this is a great festival because it's very well curated. You can hear different voices. You can see, production from different cultures. So the diversity of culture is celebrated here. That's
and
the
the
reason.
Quality. Now, you founded the Chinese Opera Institute, and you gave a workshop yesterday at the festival.
Yes.
How'd that go?
It went very well. I have something like 30 plus people attending, but we did the workshop on the better scenes. But because the student that's supposed to come with me didn't come, so to do it alone. So
the battle scenes, the more involved movement. Is
yes,
that the hardest part?
It needs 2 people, with the props, with the sticks, or the sword, to do it. So instead, I talk about the 4 role types. The clown, the strong characters, the painted face, and ladies' role and the men's role. Would you want to try?
It sounds kind of like our show. We have the clown, the strong one. The
Maybe can I have the ladies' role?
Yeah.
Okay, let me get in my opera mode.
Right.
Okay, let's go. Teach us.
You see, each culture has different ways of defining movements. So for Chinese dance and Chinese opera, it's circular movement. So you just draw a circle.
Draw a circle.
Draw a circle.
With both hands.
For example, you see from small, you put it together, and draw a circle and make it bigger.
I love this.
So you have a big ball.
Circle.
Circles as
and then it's the circle.
Oh, we're getting fancy.
Oh, Annalise, this has got to be so easy for you.
I feel like a hairbender or something.
For men's role, for example, you basic movement, you stand this way like the T, You see?
Oh.
Look.
2 fingers?
Yeah. For the man, you draw a curve But you can,
You never know. I may not get a woman's foot. I'll go for that one.
Does the curve mean does the curve mean something?
No, just to make it nice, you know, to make it nice. So, yeah.
Do these particular movements factor into the storytelling? Like if I come out like this, do they realize I'm the lead male?
Yeah,
character?
lead male. Yes. Yeah. Look, that is the airport in Tampa. Okay, but the lady would do it that way, huh? Look, that's the place. That's where the beach is. Yeah.
Okay, so we're there.
You draw a curve again. Yeah, semicircle.
Circle.
And put here. Look at the finger, this way. Yeah. That
Wait a
is
minute, I have
where
a
the
wrong
beach
leg here.
is.
I don't think I'm going to get a role in your play.
So
Usually it
okay.
takes an actor how long to get this?
Well, you know, for professional actor training, so this is 6 + 4.
6 + 4, 10 years?
10 years.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
Because you see, they need to handle all kind of weaponry, you know, the sword, the spear, the sabre, and so on. So each of them will take them, you know, a few months to master it.
Oh,
yeah? So we have to have the basic
you'd have a
training
sword in
first.
your hand.
Yeah,
Because that would make a difference.
Yeah. So you have to
do that, Joey. Let's see if you can get that.
I'm just impressed.
Did you see Joey's watching like this?
I'm still in my.
Okay.
How long? You know, how old is the tradition of this movement in Chinese opera?
Well, 1,000 years. Yeah.
Wow. 1,000 years.
This is a form that has been practiced for a very long time.
Correct.
And it combines the wushu, the martial arts, as well as, you know, Chinese opera, there are many different genres. It's a big country, so the south and the north and west and east China is different in terms of their local musical tradition. So, therefore, they sing differently.
Yes.
But in terms of movement, they are similar. So it is a movement and the stories that unify all the genres.
So can you get a job if you learn this? If I get to be really good,
That's a good question.
And then the clown and the painted face. The difference is that clown's role make yourself smaller. Yeah. For example, that is the shopping center.
Oh.
Yeah. Make yourself
Clowns
smaller.
go smaller. See, what's interesting, Annalise, you're doing the exact opposite, carrying on the circus tradition. Is there a certain amount, I would imagine, a certain amount of pride in passing on the movement and then teaching the next generation?
Yes. You see, in the recent years, there's a revival of Chinese opera and other traditional arts form. I would say that in the whole Asia, you know, Japanese, they started to think about, you know, how to revive their kabuki.
Yes.
And Vietnam, they talk about how to revive their form called the tuong, traditional form. Because, you know, it is this tradition that defines our identity. It is also a force to bring people together. You know, you identify with your tradition, your heritage.
Yes. And you're proud of it. And like you just said, they're performing it all over. There are jobs, see? If you learn to do this well. Thank you so much. We're so excited about this festival. The 2018 AACT World Fest is at the Venice Theater through June 23rd. To join the celebration of community theater from all over the world, go to VeniceStage.com for tickets and information. Next, get out your tennis rackets. We're going to talk about this week's Suncoast for sale.
Get breaking news alerts focused on the Suncoast. Download the ABC7 News app.
According to a new survey by U.S. News and World Report, 3 of Alabama's top 4 hotels and resorts are part of the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail Resort Collection. The Grand Hotel Marriott Resort in Point Clear, the Battle House Renaissance Mobile Hotel and Spa, and the Renaissance Birmingham Ross Bridge Golf Resort and Spa. Hey, we didn't invent Southern hospitality, we just offer more of it. Visit rtjgolf.com/resorts to find out more.
This is an ABC7 News Update.
Good afternoon, I'm Jacqueline Matter. Here's what we're working on for 5 o'clock. The ongoing battle over school safety in Sarasota County continues, while one high school may have one less school resource deputy come next year. Plus, Manatee County's newest purchase to help homeowners better prepare for a storm. Now let's get a check on our first alert weather forecast with Wendy Ross.
And we are getting those afternoon showers starting to form, and they're taking place east of I-75 right now. Most of the activity is lined up right along the corridor of I-75, and it's affecting all of our viewing areas. So if you're at the beaches, you're not getting the rain yet, but we are seeing those showers east of I-75. And keep in mind, they're isolated pockets of showers and thunderstorms at this hour, and mostly they're going to move on towards the south and to the east. So that's our plan at this point. If you're doing a beach walk tonight,
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
Me, pick me. Oh, come on, man. Oh man, I love technology. Hey, yo, check out my new phone. Look at this right here. For years, the DeSoto Club has needed improvements. Join me and Boys and Girls Club of Manatee County as we raise money to build a brand new facility. It will be bigger and better, just like it was 40 years ago when I attended. Invest in kids, build great futures.
Coast Guard, we are taking on water.
The United States Coast Guard. They secure our ports and waterways, protect our environment, keep drugs away from our kids, and save lives. It's dangerous work. And in times of triumph or tragedy, the Coast Guard Foundation answers the call to support Coast Guard members and their families. Learn more at coastguardfoundation.org.
The Suncoast is well known as a golfing and beach destination, but we also boast hundreds of tennis clubs and resorts. In today's Suncoast for Sale, Realtor Andrew Haddad brings us homes for sale that boast tennis amenities.
That's
Welcome
right, Joey.
back.
I know, thank you, love it.
So there are so many serious tennis players here, and I didn't realize that even some of the big tours stop here.
Absolutely. So, I mean, we have a lot of tennis pros in this town, and of course, on this show, we've done a lot with the golfing community. Of course, we have tons of boasting. Yet, we have some amazing communities, homes and condos, that feature incredible tennis courts, and they have tennis tournaments and things like that. My wife and I are getting into tennis, so I'm like, hey, I want to buy a house with a tennis racket. That's what kind of made this come about. So
let's take a look.
Yeah, let's hop right in. So first, we're going to Palmetto. This is Belmare. Look at this. This is a luxury 7th floor condo. Incredible price, just under $340,000. 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Plus a den, almost 2,200 square feet. This is a lot of condo right there for that price. Incredible overlooking the Manatee River, completely updated. You're gonna see chef's kitchen, stainless steel. You're gonna see floor to ceiling hurricane sliders. So a lot of sunlight, a lot of natural amenities there. And then of course you have this incredible balcony that overlooks, I mean, you can see the fireworks, the boat races, the gorgeous Riviera Dunes Marina back there. And again, look at this, luxury condo, 7th floor. At that price point with that type of square footage, plus you have the tennis amenities and all the other pool amenities. I mean, this is a highly amenitized resort style community. Belmare, unbelievable. Love this one.
Yeah.
Good one to start it with. Next, we are going to the Landings. Now, you've probably seen this entry. The Landings, I would say, is probably one of the most sought after, gated, highly amenitized communities, and they boast one of the most incredible racket clubs at the same time. So look at this. This is a gorgeous condo. It's impeccable on the inside. $454,900. Absolutely incredible. This is fully updated, beautiful wood plank tile floors throughout, gourmet kitchen. This is a corner unit, so you're going to see this huge 9-foot by 12-foot corner balcony that overlooks the Sarasota Bay, all the nature trails, the Landings. In addition to the racket club and everything that it offers, it's right on the water, and it has a beautiful fishing pier and the trails and the nature there. We have a pro right on site, also a pro shop. So if you're into tennis, you're into the racket club scene, the Landings is where it's at.
Didn't even realize that was in there. Great
Absolutely.
location, of course.
Right?
Yeah.
Perfect. Next, we're going to head a little bit up north. So this is Rosedale Golf and Country Club, another fantastic community. This property was built in 2013. Wait till you see the inside. It literally shows better than the model with the crown molding, all the fits and finishes of this. Beautiful. This has retractable shutters. It has a reverse osmosis system. There's a lot of other features that this property has that normal houses typically don't have. Again, bathrooms, the kitchens, everything is incredible. It's got a beautiful caged saltwater pool as well. And then again, very active tennis community. No CDD fees, which is really great. But again, it's got a renovated clubhouse, social memberships, junior Olympic-sized pool, and the tennis community there, the environment there is spectacular.
Great,
so,
great
yeah.
for active family. That's
Absolutely. So next we're going to go to Siesta Key. You've probably seen this sign in this community because it's right across from the #1 beach in the world, Siesta Key. So this is the community right there across. You're looking at panoramic views of Siesta Key, sunsets. Again, this is on a corner, so we have actually 2 terraces that are overlooking floor-to-ceiling windows. Anywhere from the condo, you're going to see these beautiful settings out here. 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, over 1,200 square feet, which is really great for Siesta Key condo by the beach. I mean, updated kitchens and baths, beautiful tennis resort, amenities as well with a swimming pool. And again, you walk across the street and you have the full amenities of the actual public recreation area of Siesta Key Public Beach. Under $770,000, I'll tell you what, for that type of view, you're definitely getting what you pay for.
Oh, sure, sure.
Wow.
Now, do tennis fans get a dream home?
Tennis fans always get a dream home. Absolutely. So we are going to be going to Lakewood Ranch Country Club. Again, beautiful, beautiful home, beautiful community, very renowned. This dream home is listed by Renee Prittinger of Sarasota Trust Realty Company. It has just been reduced in price. This property is actually sold turnkey furnished. Again, majestic 10-foot mahogany doors when you walk in. You're going to look at 4 bedrooms, 5.5 baths, over 6,300 square feet under air. Literally, the architecture here was designed by Mark Michaels. You're going to see marble columns, limestone, travertine flooring throughout, chef's gourmet kitchen, everything that you could expect in an incredible country club. Of course, this is the dream home, and I would say at less than $1.8 million, this is nicely priced for this market. A lot of exterior living area as well.
Wow,
Yeah.
beautiful. Linda,
Absolutely.
we got to get our rackets
yeah.
restrung.
That's right.
Absolutely.
So for more information about these homes and many others, you can contact Andrew at sellingthesuncoast.com. All right, when we come back, we're going to take a look at one of your favorite segments from yesterday.
Excuse me a minute. Hi, Dad. No, don't try to get up.
Hi, I'm Julie, a right-at-home caregiver. And if I'd been caring for Tom's dad, I would have noticed some dizziness that could lead to balance issues. That's because I'm trained to report any changes in behavior, no matter how small. So Tom could have peace of mind.
We'll be right there. We have to go.
Hey, Tom, you should try Right at Home. They're great for us.
The right care, right at home.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call, and you cannot be turned down for any reason. Even if you have health problems or are living on a fixed income, guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance policies could work for you with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. TruStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
My mom didn't have life insurance and the cost all fell on me. And that's expensive. We're still paying for that.
Yeah, we're still paying for that.
Call 1-800-218-4991. Now, in one phone call, you can help prepare your family with protection amounts up to $25,000. There are no medical tests or health questions. And remember, you cannot be turned down for any reason. In fact, TruStage policies are already protecting over 18 million Americans. And rates are designed to be affordable, starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease.
When I leave, everything will be taken care of for them.
Call 1-800-218-4991 now for a free, no-obligation quote. TrueStage offers plans to fit your budget with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage. Call 1-800-218-4991 now.
The summer sizzles at the Players Center with the opening of Crossing Delancey. City cultures collide in this charming play about a young woman searching for love and the New York dream. Opening June 14th, call 365-2494 or visit theplayers.org. Get your tickets to the perfect romantic comedy, Crossing Delancey.
We loved these guys yesterday, and you did too. We heard from a ton of our viewers. Carol's Kings. These guys are at Florida Studio Theater. This is a musical review of celebrating Carole King music. Beautiful. Everyone in the station was talking about them yesterday, and it runs at Florida Studio Theater through July 15th. You can come an hour early and have dinner in the Cabaret Theater. For more information, you can go to their website, floridastudiotheater.org. All right, you can also have dinner at one of the many restaurants. Chef Judy's going to revisit Savor Sarasota, some of the best dishes.
Keep up with the Suncoast. Watch your favorite ABC7 shows on your streaming device.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
This is an ABC7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Scott Dennis. Here's what's coming up at the top of the hour. It's not too soon to get a head start on preparing your kids for the new school year. How you can get your kids up to date with their immunization shots over the summer. Taking a look at First Alert traffic right now, the northbound lanes of I-75 backed up just before and after State Road 70 exit in Manatee County. Some congestion on the exit ramp as well there. Let's get another check on our weather with Wendy.
And Scott, most of the showers and the thunderstorms have moved farther to the east, so they're moving away from the coastline, and you can see them lined up over here, mostly now around eastern Manatee County. These have just popped up in the last half hour, and the showers that we've been seeing down around Sarasota County, those have died down just a little bit, and the coastal sections are looking very good right now. Currently, we have temperatures that are mostly in the 80s and 90s. In Venice, we've had a little bit of rain, and so therefore the temperature is slightly
ABC7, the Suncoast's official Florida lottery station.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to mesobook.com.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $15 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 4 times in a row. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317, go online, or visit a Target store today.
I am the resident district manager on the FAU campus for Chartwell. Whenever I see Haley, I do not see a person with a disability. I see a person with extraordinary abilities. Haley is always smiling. She's always on time. She gives fantastic customer service and is always focused on any job that she's given.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
That is a pretty good breakfast. You're not even eating.
Not hungry.
No? Why not? What's up?
Kath and I knew that Jenny'd been partying a bit. Found out she tried heroin.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
Coming up Thursday at 4 on Suncoast View, how do you show someone you appreciate their efforts? We'll learn about a Suncoast entrepreneur specializing in recognition services for employees or for the date of your dreams. Well, it's time to kick off a Suncoast summer staple. Friday Fest at the Van Wezel returns this week. Linda has a preview. Plus, we'll learn about the new Parish Playworks Theater, and the Indian Table joins us in the kitchen.
Welcome back. We're here with our own fabulous Chef Judy. What have you brought for us today? I mean, this just looks amazing.
Well, are you savoring?
Yeah.
I mean, right?
So
We're
savoring.
savoring. Linda's got her plastic fork ready, which is very exciting. Let's start right over at our own Apollonia Grill. Now, that's located right off University in the Cooper Creek Boulevard, and they are building a second one in the Landing, so very exciting for people in the South. I love his cuisine. It's a modern take on fresh Greek food. So you're going to have zucchini fritters. Their octopus salad is amazing. Look at that, a whole veal loin chop on Savor Sarasota. So $32 for 3 courses. And his homemade rice pudding with poached pear and delicious fresh cheesecake. Both things I'm going to arm wrestle John Scalzi a little later. But you can go ahead and start tucking into those. And that's right. Those fritters are amazing. Now, I actually did a Facebook Live this weekend over at Finn's at Sharky's. And I can first tell you that I didn't smell anything from Red Tide. It was beautiful. We sat outside. But they have a really nice and a large Savor Sarasota menu. So lots to choose from. You can start out with their sushi trio. They're known for their sushi. This stuffed shrimp, amazing. And look at the portion sizes. This is a swordfish au poivre. And I asked Chef Mark when I was there, I said, are these the real sizes? Are you doing this for TV? And he said, no, this is what we serve. And that's what I mean about stepping up their game. So really, and of course, a view of the Gulf of Mexico. Hello, I mean, come on, sold. Now a classic over on St. Armand's is Cafe Europe. And this is very classic dining with starting out with crepes or fried turnover. And then of course they have their full sliced beef on roasted potato, petite filet mignon, and who doesn't want creme brulee for dessert? Because if you're going to eat that classic European style, it's just lovely. And you can sit and just watch the world go by and shop if you want. And I'm happy about that because also they have the lunch that they've extended. So this is dinner, but a lot of restaurants do offer lunch as well. So last and certainly not least is the Table Creekside. Now here's what's really fun. Besides their menu that's so out of the box creative, For $15, you can get a bottle of house wine. That's 4 glasses of wine for $15.
Oh, that's a good deal.
Pretty amazing, right? Now this watermelon feta salad, oh my.
I love that.
It's so,
so
hot
amazing.
out. This is how I want to eat.
Every day.
Right. Well, I just want to, wait a minute. I just want to eat as much as I can every day.
It's nice when it
But
gets warm.
it is, and then look at this. This is house-cured gravlax on this little puff that they've made. Just light and beautiful, but let's go in for the heartiness. I think this year my favorite dish is probably the chicken thighs. Barcelona style, really amazing flavor. They have a Puebla Land and Sea. It's cast iron jumbo shrimp, tomato fondue, oven roasted beef, and a sofrito with white harmony croquette. I mean, look at some of these dishes. You even have the surf and turf style, so when you can't decide. So I went out with 3 girlfriends, and this is probably embarrassing, but we ordered 5 Savor Sarasotas because we decided we would eat the whole menu. So we were culinary champions for sure. You can look on our website, mysuncoast.com/dining. We have the list of the restaurants that have extended, and you'll see to each month where they're at. So
And
you
Judy,
can
you've
dine
done
around.
an amazing job of doing Facebook Lives from
Thank
so
you.
many of the different participating restaurants. So. What a great option for the summer for the rest of us.
Keep
and it's a great way to
dining.
try new restaurants if you haven't been there before. So thank you so much, Judy. This
My
was amazing.
pleasure. Enjoy it.
Sheba,
so
always
much.
wonderful to have
Good
you.
to be here.
Annalise, thank you for being here. Congratulations.
Oh,
Going on in America's Got Talent.
right.
You
That's
can
right.
follow Annalise on her Facebook page. She is the Annalise Knock Dare Daughter, and follow her entire journey. Fingers crossed for you, although you don't need our well wishes because you have the skills to pay the bills.
I like that.
We're gonna dive in. You take some time. Enjoy the Suncoast view.